Hello and welcome back to ATK42 Games. Silent Film Fridays. Where the hosts are silent. Or the films are
But
silent,
the
but the hosts are not. Whoops!
There you go.
Got it reversed. One of us is also a rather long distance, Dr. Tiffany Knoll.
Hi there. Professor, Department of Popular Culture, Bowling Green State University. And Alex, I am looking at this and there is an ad.
Are you serious?
As a
There
heart
shouldn't
attack,
be.
babe.
No. Twitch, you do me dirty.
Well, even so, Alex, I think there is something else you tend to call me.
Oh yeah, I typically just call you Mom.
There you go. Okay.
Alright, I just gotta send out a couple live notifications.
Probably a good idea.
Yeah.
Phoebe! Hi!
Yes,
I'm so glad
hello.
you're here. Oh, tonight is going to be fun.
Yeah.
And again, I tend to always think it's fun when we do this sort of thing together.
Mm. Okay. Right. I agree.
All right, all right.
All right.
I'm sorry, what?
I'd say that's just about everywhere I'd post it. So,
Hello, Captain Hammer. How are you?
I believe
Sorry,
I
I had my Matthew McConaughey on for just a minute.
do believe. First up is yes, welcome in, Captain Hammer. First up
Glad to have
is
you.
Alice in Wonderland. Wow, they did
gotta
not
say-
waste time.
Oh no, this one gets right into it. This film is from 1903 and from Hepworth Studios in England. When we think about film history, we often forget that film was developing in not just the US, but also in the UK, in France, and in Italy simultaneously.
Yeah.
This film seems to have taken a lot of tips from Georges Méliès's work with Trick Films, and boy, you'll see why in about a minute. Now, I will say that the quality of the film and the fact that it's so badly degraded is because sometimes when films are produced by studios like Hepworth, which may or may not have a consistent history, that means that those films are just simply not being as preserved. But with this one, British Film Institute stepped in and has done the best it can as far as preserving this film.
Solid.
Okay, so it looks to me like she ate something. Oh,
Yeah,
there
she
it is.
did the eat meat.
You know, she really just needs to learn that lesson that all college kids learn. That is, don't eat something or drink something unless you know where it comes from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alice in Wonderland was published late 1800s. Let me get a precise
Really?
date for you.
Huh. So, it was relatively new then.
Excuse me. I take it back. It was published 1865. My apologies.
Hmm.
It was written by Lewis Carroll, presumably for one of his neighbors who was named Alice Lindell, or Little, excuse me, and her sister. Now, Carroll did write some follow-ups to this one, but Alice in Wonderland was really quite a place to start.
I'll say.
Not the lesson you learned in college, Captain Hammer? Okay, then.
What I learned in boating school is,
What happens in boating school stays in boating school. Also,
Yeah.
wild hats.
The reason that this looks the way it does... Okay, take the free stuff. Yeah, fair enough.
Oh,
The reason that
absolutely.
this looks the way this does is because the directors, one of whom was Cecil Hepworth, so, you know, of Hepworth Studios,
Yes, of Hepworth
Decided-
fame.
yes, decided that the best way for this film to be successful was to stick as closely as possible to the John Tenniel illustrations that were made for the Alice in Wonderland book.
Of course, if it's not authentic, then what's the point?
Well, we needed to make it recognizable. Remember, 1903, movie studios are still trying to figure out everything. Oh, and
Oh, yeah.
by the way, I love this
Hello, Kitty.
cat.
It is so not interested.
Kitty looks like Esri. Our Kitty.
Goodbye, kid. You're on your own.
So, functionally, recognizable images or recognizable characters were really critical to being able to make films quickly that audiences were going to connect to. And that is part of why characters are dressed the way they are in this film. Like, for example, our good friend over here at the tea party.
I forgot.
Also,
we
please.
should have.
Oh, whoa, we've got. Oh, hey. I was trying to figure out what was going on with Cat's icon.
Yeah.
I'm here now.
Yes, you are.
Hooray! Why that boy with the hat, he looks absolutely mad.
An
Yes.
absolute lad, mayhaps.
A mad lad.
I also want you to very carefully pay attention to the rabbit there. Oh, and the fact that they're cramming a mouse into the teapot. Right on.
Yeah, that mouse is having a day.
Gotta put something in the teapot.
I mean, you ever just have one of those days where you just feel like you're being shoved in a teapot? Yeah.
Yes. Frequently. And there's the white rabbit. You know, the thing that gets me about this is you've got all of these little kids dressed up in costume. You do realize they're all dead now, right?
Most likely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've already pointed out before that we're watching ghosts.
We are watching ghosts. That is the most appropriate way to put that.
Spooky.
Yes.
Suppose it's the same with any type of fiction. Or
Give Herbie a treat. Okay. Herbie.
It has been demand.
Treat on demand.
Give the boy a treat. And the shouting match between the Queen and Alice has commenced. By shouting match, I really mean croquet.
Interesting.
And now, it is time to run. Although I don't think the Queen's running very far in that dress.
The White Rabbit has the same energy as me when we go outside and do field games at work. Yeah.
Understandable.
Whoa. I'll follow
This
behind,
is-
don't worry.
This is the first filmed adaptation of Alice in Wonderland. There are several more that happen in pretty fast succession. And so between that film and The Wizard of Oz, there were certainly some childhood adaptations going on. Also,
Fair.
Peter Pan, as I'm recalling. Okay, so it looks like next up is Sherlock Holmes Baffled.
So,
The only real connection that this film has to Sherlock Holmes is that the actor who is playing Holmes, that's not him, by the by. The actor who is playing Holmes looks a great deal like his illustration as it would have been depicted in the Strand magazine, which serialized Sir Arthur Conan Doyle's Sherlock Holmes stories. You
What
may
just
know.
happened?
Oh, it was a burglar. Magic burglar, apparently.
you know,
A wizard?
That too.
he's the best burglar on the block.
How do you feel like?
That seems to be doing some good stuff there. Okay, it says copyright 1903, but don't let that fool you. The film was actually released in 1900 and not copyrighted until 1903. And it was made by one of Edison's competitors.
Ah, sweet.
Correct.
We
Andy.
love bashing Edison here.
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No need for sorry.
I-
I mean, really,
Yeah.
in the early days of cinema, there weren't that many studios. I mean, there were several. We had Edison, we had American Mutoscope and Biograph Company, who just gave us Sherlock Holmes,
Right.
Vitagraph. But then we have the studio that we are featuring tonight, Tannhauser.
Yes.
So, oh, I forgot. We're also going to be watching Frankenstein before we get there.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
It's fine.
Surprise, Frankenstein. Woohoo.
So this one's a little bit longer than the last one, and it tries to tell a complete story.
This
This
is one
is-
I've
Highest
seen before.
Frankenstein is
This is Edison circa about 1910, and oh, hey, the mystery of life. So,
Remember, Frankenstein is the scientist, not the monster.
yes, quite. I'm sorry, you said, or I just saw Mystery of Life, and my immediate thought was to drive your enemies before you and hear the lamentations of their women. But then I remembered that was Conan the Barbarian.
Remember, as it says in The Art of War, all war is based. Sun
Yeah.
Tzu.
quote Sun Tzu.
Yeah.
All war is
Silly.
based.
Anyway, sorry.
No, you're fine. You're fine. So, by the time that this film is being made, Edison has started to disconnect a little bit from the proscenium arch approach, which is where you're watching something and it just looks like it's happening on a stage. He maybe doesn't get quite as far along with that as, say, Tannhauser will at the same time, but it's still a step in the right direction. Now, you may also note that at the beginning of this it said liberally adapted from Mrs. Shelley's text. When they say liberally adapted, boy, howdy, are they not kidding?
Yeah.
They decided to try to make this into some kind of a morality play. And it just goes off the rails.
The evil in Frankenstein's mind creates a monster.
Isn't that usually how it happens?
Wow. Oh, okay. This transformation is pretty dope, though. Like,
Just make
you gotta
sure you
see
don't
this.
add any chemical X.
Yeah. Here's the thing. He
Make
didn't
sure you-
add sugar and spice. He added,
Probably added some spice.
a bit too much
some snails
spice.
and puppy dog tails?
No,
At
that's
this point, I'm just thinking that maybe he got a brain from like Abby someone. Abby Normal.
cool name. I like it.
It's the
Yeah.
brain
Something I
of
can get behind.
Man.
What's your name?
Human.
All right, so this transformation is it's probably fairly obvious how this was filmed, but even so, seeing it in 1910 must have freaked at least a few people out.
Oh yeah, I mean, I saw this first at a museum. Just off in one of the displays.
Do you remember which museum?
No,
It wasn't
I don't.
actually a museum, Alex. It was a library.
Oh, that'll do it.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was at Utah Valley State University.
Neat.
I mean,
Excuse me, it's just
look
Utah
at
Valley
this.
University.
It's so cool.
It's waving. It's happy to see you.
Yeah, like it's animate.
Yes.
It's animated.
Oh, it's doing something. I do like though that it looks like they couldn't quite afford to get some kind of a skeleton, because if you look at the skeleton that's in the chair there, it has way too many ribs.
Oh yeah.
Maybe,
Oh,
maybe
look, now
he
it
just
has
added
four.
a couple
Oh.
extra ribs.
Oh no. My boy has baby face.
Your cat or Frankenstein's monster there?
Frankenstein's monster.
He does a little bit look like a troll doll.
Yes.
Okay, check his manicure. Looks to me like he has got some nice nails going on.
He did just wake up. Like,
Yeah, I know.
cut him some
right?
slack.
So judgy.
When you wake up and you're a monster.
Oh, you
Oh
mean
no,
every day?
I'm a monster.
And that's my experience every morning. Okay. He's so freaked out that he's passing out. My good dude, calm down. It's okay. It's just a monster of your own creation.
Yeah, like, dude, chill. This, like, could work out for you. Think
Also,
about it. New
that monster is
roommate.
baby. That monster just barely popped into existence, so
He's giving me like Jim Carrey's The Grinch.
oh no. Jim Carrey's The Grinch could never.
Just like
It's the fingers.
Very aesthetic. Yeah. What?
All right.
Oh,
Where's the
dude, look at
small
that
man?
pipe.
He has gone back to
Whoa.
see mom and dad.
That pipe is intense. Haunting his creator and jealous of his sweetheart, for the first time, the monster sees himself. Did he look in a mirror?
Actually, yes.
Yeah.
Whoops.
He
That'll
just
do
got
it.
back.
He will have had looked in a mirror.
Straight up dysphoria.
Big mood. Just like my girl, Hoshikawa Lily, who saw one hair and died.
Yes.
Okay, that's his fiance there. You know, they're just talking. Everything's cool.
Yeah.
Super casual.
However, hey, there's our boy.
I'm expecting him to go like, Arthur, don't worry about it. We're just on an adventure to find the answer.
Alex, I wish I knew what you were on about.
The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy show.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
People Brox is something else in that iteration,
Not wrong.
and I love it.
Okay.
A con man for sure.
Just check out our boy here, though. Because this was liberally adapted, that means that they didn't feel like they needed to cling too close to everything. Also, this had been turned into a stage play. Oh, look, you're wrestling with your inner demons, except that your inner demons are now outer demons.
Yes. You fool.
Oh, he saw himself.
On the bridal night, Frankenstein's better nature... Oh, I missed it.
Asserts itself.
Thank you.
Uh-huh. That is quite the veil she's got there.
Oh, yeah.
I just saw Jim's ear flip. Oh, by the way, yes, for those of you who are watching tonight, because I am sitting in somebody else's kitchen in Rhode Island, I also have a companion. His name is Jim. He is a greyhound, and although I am not a dog person, I am absolutely a Jim person.
Oh, yeah.
He's a good boy.
It just occurred to me,
So
I
tall.
have not actually started up Lily.
Uh-oh. Okay,
It's
our
fine.
guy's back. And you might also note, too, that the tinting changed. This would be considered an evening scene.
Yeah. No F. No F in the chat. After
Not even an
Frankenstein.
Come on, man. Hey. That's right, buddy. You should be nervous.
I don't know what to make of Frankenstein's actions. He just seems like generally aggravated.
This is-
Well, you see, I'm never really sure if, in this instance, if the monster is an actual physical being or if he's a hallucination.
A collective
Yeah.
hallucination would have to be the answer, but
No. No, if you look
Oh.
closely,
He's trapped in the mirror
Then-
now.
and the monster has never been present when anyone but Frankenstein was looking.
Oh, good point.
oh,
Literary analysis for the win. And speaking of for the win, looks like he overcame his demon of his own making.
yeah, something along those lines.
Boo.
And there we are. While I am generally not a huge Edison fan, that particular film is certainly certainly worth it.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I think Jim must be dreaming because he's twitching in his sleep.
Solid.
That's delightful.
Oh, buddy. All right, so on to our next literary adaptation, The Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
Okay.
Strange indeed.
And this
You know,
also
that's-
makes it... What?
Go ahead.
What was that?
Go ahead, mine's less relevant, I'm sure.
Okay. Well, what I was going to say is this also brings us to our studio of the evening, Thanhauser Company.
Neat.
Now, this whole Black Hawk
Oh,
Films
shoot.
thing.
Hey, Sound. How's it
Yes?
going?
I'm sorry, say it again.
Oh, just sound.
Oh, did we have phone
Yeah.
sound? Uh-oh.
Whoops. Anyway, do continue.
Dr. Jekyll secretly puts his test into
Theory to the test.
Wow. What a mad
I'm really
lad.
bad at reading.
All right. While this is certainly not the first science fiction film, it could be considered an early one. And when I teach my science fiction film course, which I'm doing again this spring, this
That
is one of
sounds
the
awesome.
movies that I use because it gives an opportunity to not only take a look at some of the anxieties that people were having about modern medicine, which is inadvertently something that Robert Louis Stevenson hit on, but again, it ties into Frankenstein in a lot of ways, where you have this duality that ends up expressing itself through science. Much like we saw with the Edison version of Frankenstein. This external representation of your baser instincts really does help to say, okay, yes, science, in some regards, it's really good. In other regards, look at the monsters we can make with it.
In theory.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my
for every
god, I
Captain
cannot
America you
express. In theory.
for every Captain America you get, you end up with an abomination.
Don't you mean Red Skull?
No, I know what I said.
Well,
Fair enough.
usually you end up with,
Yeah.
at least a
yeah,
few
no, that's,
dozen who you can
you're
fight
right.
in a non-repeating order of...
Yeah.
When this film was produced in 1912, Thanhauser did not seem to feel that they needed to do too much that was going to stick with the proscenium arch approach. Yes, you do usually end up with bodies. From what I've been learning about the Thanhauser Company, evidently it had 3 founders: Edwin Thanhauser, Gertrude Thanhauser, and Gertrude's brother, Lloyd Lonergan. The company was founded in 1909 and ceased operations as of 1917, producing well over 1,000 films, with 228 being produced in the first 2 years alone. However, apparently there was let's just say that there were some in the film industry at that point who were a little bit snobbish, like Edison, who,
Right.
when he founded his motion pictures patent company, which was his motion picture trust, wherein he was able to corral 16 different filmmaking patents. Thanhauser, at first, decided to try to play by Edison's rules, and as a result, he applied to be part of the Motion Picture Patents Company. And Edison said no.
Sounds like Edison.
Yep.
So, Mr. Hyde here has been running around and doing nefarious shit.
Yep.
Anyway, he definitely reminds me of one of the chipmunks from,
Oh no, a network error.
Anyway. Just an observation.
Okay, are you talking about Disney chipmunks? Or are you talking about Alvin and the Chipmunks?
Oh, yeah.
What are you talking about?
Disney chipmunks.
Oh yeah.
Are you saying that it reminds you of Dale?
Yeah, that one.
Oh, don't do Dale like that. What's wrong with you?
A crazy Dale.
And one of the things that helps to set Jekyll and Hyde apart here is that at some point, Dr. Jekyll loses control over the transformation. And, spoiler alert, when you are no longer in control, sometimes there's only one thing to do to try to stop something.
Yeah. The final solution.
Oh, look, he's having a hard time with the transformation. Like, it's just happening.
Yeah. Uncanny timing.
I mean, it happens. You're with your girl, things get exciting, and all of a sudden, boom, you turn into a jerk.
And yeah, boom,
At least-
you turn into Crazy Dale.
Oh no.
Okay, at least he's not going near the girl. That is good. I'm sorry. He's looking very Torgo at this moment. For those of you who have ever seen Manos: The Hands of Fate, looks like this fella's been taking Torgo lessons.
No, Torgo would be taking lessons from this man.
You think so?
I mean, timeline-wise, absolutely.
Okay, fair enough.
Oh my god, he killed somebody.
If we're talking
Body
in-universe
count
continuity,
one.
though, Torgo far outdates Mr. Hyde here
You mean,
by probably a couple thousand years.
okay, your sense of timing might need a little bit of work. Because it's not several thousand years, Alex.
Isn't Torgo like a fawn?
Pargo's never truly defined as a species.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay, also, The Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde was published in 1886.
I see.
All right, well,
1886. That's...
yeah.
We were just discussing the... when film really started. It was 1988, right? Or 1888, right?
1888, Alex.
I
Yes.
will get the date correct at some point.
Well, you know, we have time.
Exactly.
Oh, he's decided to pack it in and go to Barbados or something?
He's just gonna relocate. It's fine.
As you do.
Oh man, can you imagine if the first film ever made was Roger Rabbit?
Oh,
That came out in 1988.
yeah. Fortunately, no.
Fortunately, that is
Because
not the
if-
case.
If it had been released first, then none of the references would have made sense.
True.
Yeah.
All right, so now she's being comforted by our guy Jekyll. Uh-oh.
Oh. He's got to give in.
He got stuck.
Whoops.
Well, guess don't get addicted to your own supply.
I mean... yeah. I guess. I don't know. I don't know what the moral of the story here is.
I think the moral of the story is that we probably should have had a body counter.
Moral of the story is that sometimes your better nature does not win out against your not so good nature.
Yeah, that's fair.
But I open it up to anybody who's doing literary analysis. Please give us your thoughts.
Hit me.
I haven't been on this one. I'll be honest.
I love that they used an axe to get in there. That's fantastic.
I mean, if somebody's barred themselves in, how else are you supposed to get in? How else are you supposed to get
Through the
in?
window?
All right. We now have our last adaptation of the evening. And this is the film She.
Yeah.
For quite some time, She was thought to be a lost film. Based on a book of the same name by H. Rider Haggard, who also brought us King Solomon's Mines. She is about an immortal who seems to think that a young explorer who finds her is the reincarnation of her beloved.
Oh,
And it's
You know-
flashback time.
you gotta know there's some weird cult shit going on when reincarnation's involved.
Oh, yeah.
Indeed.
Isn't that just the mummy? You
Uh,
only prove my point. You only prove my
I
point,
know.
Captain Hammer.
Less flesh-eating beetles in this, though.
Yes. More flesh-eating flame.
I mean, You can't have Egypt without the flesh-eating beetles. They go hand in hand.
You do
Wait.
realize that they didn't
That's
actually do
locusts.
that, right?
Yeah, that's locusts.
And locusts are usually plant-based.
Oh yeah, they absolutely destroy crops.
Plant-based. I knew what you meant, but
Okay. All right, we are back in ye olden Egyptian times. 350 BCE. Although this is long before BCE is even a concept. It's just BC at this point.
Yeah. Boy, it is taking a lot for me to not bring up Stargate. Okay, anyway.
it's a good show.
It's a good show.
It's a very good show.
Oh boy, does it get bad, but it's such a good show.
Hey, it's good for the first 5 seasons.
Oh,
Also, the
and
bad
Atlantis.
seasons are really entertaining.
Yes.
No, this is my fault, Captain Hammer.
I mean, I'm really excited about it. There's a marathon going on tomorrow, and Stargate Adventure, one of the games that a game that I really started the speedrun scene for, is being run in a race against 2 of the top runners. I'm really excited about it. Anyway, sorry.
Coming back to the movie,
Yeah,
Pretty good movie.
pretty good movie. Wow,
doing
is that
okay
a
over there,
camel?
Alex?
I'm trying not to.
Reportedly,
It is so hot in here.
have
That
you
is a
opened
camel.
window?
I'm like trying to contain my excitement over tomorrow. Like it's huge for me.
That's a handsome camel.
That is a handsome camel. We do love a good camel here.
Wow.
I-
Okay. So glad I could be here for this part.
After traveling twice 12 moons, they approach a rock called the
Oh, don't. On the coast of
Oh
Africa.
no!
I'm
Okay. H. Rider Haggard was
so
well
glad I
known
got
for
caught
writing
up on
about-
that word.
Yep.
Oh
He was well known
no.
for writing about Africa. And in typical turn of the century fashion, casually racist. It's casually.
Yeah,
a little bit here and there.
Yeah, you know, that's a treat.
That is not a treat, Alex. All right, so remember, we are still back in the past here. This is all set up for the rest of the film.
Alright. I am watching a film. I am doing a thing. Oh boy.
I read this book for one of my classes when I started my master's program. I read it for my vampires class, of all things.
Yeah?
I'll explain more as the film goes on.
I'm a little bit scared to read the title cards now.
She who must be obeyed by her mystic power knows of their approach.
Yeah.
Ah yes, she who must be obeyed, not just for Rumpole of the Bailey anymore.
I mean, she's got that cool fabric covering her head that you can, like, see through and stuff.
Well, it's called a veil,
whoa.
Alex.
Whoa. Did she just apparate people out of the room?
No,
Thanos snap?
she just basically said, "Be gone."
I feel like there was a cut there. A weird film cut. Yeah, like that.
There are frequently weird cuts.
All right,
It's
so
just
what
kind
she
of a
just
thing
did,
with
there,
early film.
in case you
Sure.
missed it, is that she received some kind of mystical vision about the priest of Isis who is currently traveling her direction.
Gotcha. Yeah, that sounds important.
I'm sorry, but am I the only one who was watching those guys and just wanting to say, "Oh, wee, oh, oh"?
I mean, don't look up.
Quick, nobody look up their skirts.
Yeah.
Is he still on his way?
I wish we could get away with stuff like MST3K.
This is still feeling very much like when Lancelot is approaching the camera in Holy Grail, where you have that really dramatic music,
Right?
and he's approaching, and he's
Yeah.
approaching, and then all of a sudden he's there.
Yeah. Hey.
I gotta say, this setup, I feel like it just needs more title cards. Like there is material that just makes zero sense.
Well, it's possible we're just missing the title cards.
That is true, because for a long time this film only existed in the modern era as a fragment.
Well, that'll do it.
One of the things that was mentioned by Ned Thanhauser, who is one of Edwin and Gertrude's descendants, and kind of the current keeper of the legacy. She offers to show them flames to bathe in, which grants one eternal life, which is why she's so fancy. Oh, is that a baby that she's carrying?
It would appear so.
The eternal flame, eh?
Possibly a pineapple.
Oh god, are we doing an Achilles thing here?
There are so many ways you could take this. Anyway.
Oh. Sorry, lady, I have other plans. You know, I need to go, like, shave my cat or something. Can't stick around, sorry.
Man. That guy.
Yeah?
Nice legs.
Well, there goes your child.
Wait.
Sure, just
What?
chuck him into the flames.
Oh. Rip child.
No, they handed him off.
Wait, hold up. Did she actually just... Oh. Okay, yeah, that Egyptian... She was really wanting him to be her sweetie, and clearly he already had prior commitments. Okay, she just walked herself into those flames.
Yeah.
Heck of a way to deal with rejection.
Yeah. Do you know Mermaid Man from SpongeBob?
Yeah.
Yeah, just have him screaming evil in the back of my head. Yeah.
The wife vows that her son or his descendants shall return to avenge her husband's death. That is one of the most blonde Egyptians I think I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Big
Quite
Nico
frankly.
Robin energy.
Oh, what do they do? What do they do to you, Robin?
They did my girl so dirty.
All right, the body of her dead love is preserved by she who awaits through the ages his reincarnation.
I mean, she did say something about immortality. It's gotta happen somehow. If you lose a brain in the process, so be it.
Huh.
I am very confused.
Me too.
Okay, I see what's going on. Fast forward, we are now in the modern era.
Yes.
After my death, my son Leo will be sent to you. Raise him like he's your own. Okay. Oh, is he in this box? No. Okay, he's over by the fireplace. Well, then fine.
Yeah. Kid walked up here and said, shorts are comfortable and easy to wear. I challenge you to a Pokemon duel.
Oh, please don't bring that in.
Throws a rat at him.
Exactly.
Okay. She who never dies, or she who must be obeyed, apparently never got the memo about moving on because she's still strung out over this guy that she killed centuries before. I mean, I know breakups are rough, but man.
When you have infinity, in theory, you'll do everything. Including raising a few X's here and there.
To my son on his 25th birthday, my son avenged the death of your ancestor by finding and destroying the witch She in Africa. Many have tried in past ages, all have failed. This something will guide you.
Ooh. That beard. That is...
Yeah, an earlier title card described Holly, who's the guy in the suit there, the dark suit, as being so ugly as to be referred to as a monster.
I see.
Yeah, I know, right?
So...
Well, that's just mean.
Rude.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Because I don't know about you, but I think he looks okay.
Kind of cute. I like the little curl.
Yeah.
And there's your map.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Treasure map. X marks the spot, gentlemen.
See?
Well, unless you're Indiana Jones, in which case X never, ever
Jeffrey,
marks the spot.
fetch me my fighting trousers.
No, those are my tea trousers. Ah, yes.
Fighting Trousers is such a good song.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, she, by her magic, sees the descendant of her dead love as he approaches.
Begone.
Raising or excellent question, Captain Hammer.
Raisin.
Take your pick.
This was certainly not the only adaptation that was coming out of the film industry at this point. It should also be noted that at this stage, the film industry was still largely centered in New York. The studios that we typically think of, Paramount, Universal, Warner Brothers, MGM, Fox, they all came into existence after Thanhouser. Universal and Paramount were 1912. Let's see. Fox, I believe, was 1915. Warner Brothers was... No, wait. Mayer was, I believe, 1918, and Warner Brothers was 1923. Let me check my dates and see if I got it right. Okay, Paramount Universal, 1912, Fox, 1915, Mayer, 1918, Warner Brothers, 1923. I was right.
Solid.
It seems that Thanhouser eventually became affiliated with a company called Mutual. And as a result, they started producing serials. Serials are the predecessor to our current episodic media. These were 1 to 2 reel films, so 15 to 30 minutes, that told an ongoing story.
Next time on Flash Gordon.
Exactly. Okay, looks to me like she sent a welcoming party. And off they go on the hunt.
They kind of look like they're about to take a ring to Mordor.
Yeah, just a bit.
A little bit, yeah.
I do apologize. I need to step away. Excuse me.
Okay.
Alas.
Kat and I'll hold it down while you're gone, babe. Okay, is it my imagination, or are the two English guys starting to look real nervous? Oh, and
Now
there
they're definitely
she
nervous.
is. Well, I mean, if you had some kind of sacred walking immortal chasing after you, you'd probably be nervous as well.
Probably.
I mean, if you knew it was good for you, you'd be nervous.
Hmm.
I'm also slightly creeped out by the concept that she just kept the object of her affection on a slab in her house for centuries.
Gotta keep them somewhere.
That's not what we call healthy behavior.
True.
So what did I miss?
Oh, the immortal she here is very happy to meet the young man who looks so much like his ancestor.
I see.
Did she even take the time to get to know him first?
Did she even take the time to get to know the first guy?
No. She's just like, hey, you're hot. You want to stick around?
Exactly.
No. Okay, dead.
I just met you, and this is crazy. Like, here's a knife, so please stab me, baby.
Okay, and it looks to me like Leo there accepted what was going on. Because he went to stab her and then he was just like, nah, brah, I'm not doing this.
Yeah, never mind. We're good.
Stab her? I just met her.
Exactly.
Stab her, I hardly know her.
And there's the ancestor.
Well, that's weird.
I
That
mean,
is the reaction.
oh,
By the time
goodbye.
this, by the time this film was released, it effects like that were becoming, well, maybe not a given in every film, but they were certainly much more common.
Welcome to the
So
cave.
she leads them to the fires which have given her youth for 2,000 years.
A lot of
Some
youth.
people just moisturize,
Yeah.
but I guess she's got to be special.
I should moisturize more often.
Yeah, you should.
I should also
Hallowed
drink
are
water.
the aura. Anyway.
Oh, I know I love a good cave trek.
Oh, absolutely. I mean,
We do a little spelunking as
Yeah.
a treat.
It gets the blood flowing, your calves get a workout, you know.
Yeah.
yeah.
The quality of the fire changes, causing her to shrivel up, grow suddenly old, and die.
Aww.
I see.
Whoa, they really fast forwarded that one.
Yeah. Like, damn guys, give us some conflict. Okay, they gave us plenty of conflict, but
She's taking a.
They
There
never-
we go. I was gonna say she's taking a while to shrivel up and die.
they never studied the bell curve thing that they teach in English.
What?
Oh. Oh. Uh-oh. And that, friends, is what happens when you suntan and you don't use sunscreen.
Whoops. I mean, what would fire normally do? Is my question to you.
Make you crispy.
Exactly.
Oh, safely back in England, Leo destroys all records of she, the mysterious. And that is the
Wow,
end.
that's all we got. Cause
But given that we're getting back into it, I think that might be okay.
yeah, I mean, I'm just saying that's all we got for that film. Like, it seems like we're missing a whole other half.
As a matter of fact, most of these films, as we saw with Alice in Wonderland, with Frankenstein, and with this one, really, there's just this push to not make anything that's longer than about 2 reels. Partly because it was believed that audiences wouldn't sit through a feature-length film. And feature-length at that point was 3 reels or 45 minutes. A couple of years later, in 1914, we start seeing feature-length films. And when I say feature-length, I'm talking like 2 hours.
Nice.
Okay.
It was the mom from Patrick Stewart's King Arthur. God, that was such a thing. Let's hear it for Excalibur.
Yeah, no kid.
All right. So, with that being said, I'm not quite sure what we're doing next week. I'd like to get back into the state of Ohio. We can figure all that out.
Yeah,
What are
we
you
can.
thinking, Alex?
Let's see. We just did a lot of early film literary stuff. A lot of it is what would more contemporarily be considered
Well,
horror.
remember, we only have until 1927.
True.
So, what genre are you feeling?
I mean, 27. There's so little to work with in that range. I feel.
Okay, Alex, you are being serious, right? Also, you might want to flip the. Wait. I'm
What's
going to
up?
flip the stream over. Or do you. Oh, no, you're fine. I'm sorry. I was looking at the wrong screen.
Ah, fair.
Oh, yep, we're cool. Well, what are the major historical events during that time period?
Let's see. World War One has at least happened, if not is happening.
By 1927, it's been over for almost a decade.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's happened. So we
Okay.
have anything revolving.
27 is the Great Depression?
Nope, that's pre-Depression. Although all the pieces for the Depression are certainly there by that point. So
Okay.
let's just go ahead and leave it at right this second. We don't know, but I can say for a certainty that we will be back next week.
Flappers. Fair.
Yes. What I really wish is that we could track down the film adaptation of The Great Gatsby from 1926. Unfortunately, all that remains is a trailer. The rest of the film is lost.
Unfortunate.
Yes, it is.
But hey, we got a trailer, so let's watch it. That is.
Do you want to go ahead and pull it up?
Sweet.
All right.
No, I think we're gonna go ahead and raid over to Lord Swink.
Okay. Well, I am going to say good night. And thanks again to everybody who popped in for Silent Film Fridays. It's good to be back.
Yeah.
And
Thank you.
as always, I'm Dr. Knoll.
And I'm Alex.
I'm also here.
Yeah. Cat's here too. Thank you all for joining. Hope you have a good day, night, whatever it is, wherever you are. See you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Peace out.